JR and Ron, I'm gonna let y'all start this off because we haven't talked about Colorado yet, but I gotta put up some of my pictures. Um, I'm gonna let y'all start off. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the game, what we did right, what we did wrong, and what should we do next week. And is it time to hit the juju button right now, or when should we hit the juju button?
I'll start off with saying the overall game. Like I know a lot of people on YouTube been saying like, "Oh, Colorado lost their steam," or because Shador and Shiloh, Trav gone, all the boys gone and stuff like that. The game was still electric, man. Like it was still a good game. So for everybody that's saying like it's kind of it lost its luster. Like to me, watching the game, I don't think it lost its luster. I think it was still bigger than before. Now people may look at like the numbers and be like, oh, the TV viewership was down or whatever like that, but they still had a prime time slot ESPN. So I don't really think they lost their luster like that. I think it's just more anticipation. People want to see like what the end is going to look like and want to speed through the process. But I think it still had that magnitude of like, here we go kind of thing. So that's what I say starting off about like the program.
No, I agree 1,000%, man. Definitely was still electric. Great game. Came down to the wire. In true Colorado fashion. It would have been great if we would have been able to pull it out. But it was still a good game, man. It was one of the more exciting games of the weekend, to be honest. And that's if you're a Colorado fan or not. The game was exciting. It had turnovers, touchdowns, big plays. Like it was exciting, and it came down to the wire. Um, so I agree with you there for sure. Still packed out, viewership still good. So I don't think they done lost the buzz, but we definitely need to win these next few games for sure. Um, I think overall it was a game that we could have won. You know, I think the play calling was a little bland. I think we still struggle with stopping the run. However, there were several times because I actually rewatched the whole game today to where the defense did stop the run and we created dumb penalties on third down, couldn't get off the field. And the two drives that happened, Georgia Tech ended up scoring on both of those drives. So had we not had them dumb penalties and got off the field on those drives, it would have been a different game. Yeah, I felt like the play calling was bland. I like to see him open them up a little bit more, specifically with the passing. I think the running, yeah, you can get more creative with it, but I would just like to see more carries. I'm not really concerned about what type of run plays we're doing as long as we're running the ball. As far as K Salt, I think he played okay. He missed a couple open throws. His receivers didn't help him out a couple of times, and there were three times specifically on third down where he could have extended the play with his legs, but he chose to run. So hopefully he corrects that. Defense, we got three turnovers, even though we gave up 350 rushing. Offense got to do something, man. We gotta turn those turnovers into points. I know one of them we turned into seven, but we need to at least get some points off of those other turnovers, man. And third down, that was our biggest opportunity area for me. I think we were 5 for 13 or something like that on third down. We can't have that many times we don't convert on third down. We need to extend them plays, and I think that'll allow us to run more passing plays, open up the playbook, and give our defense more of a rest. But all in all, I gave him like a C plus on the overall performance. But um, I'm excited about this season for sure.
Yeah, I look at it like same way you look at it. I don't think Salter played bad at all. I know a lot of people they already calling for Juju, but I'm telling you, if Juju would have been in that game, that would not been a good game for Juju. Offensive line missed some assignments. K Salt had to move around in that pocket, step up in that pocket. Sometimes he had to evade the pocket just due to the pressure that he received. So, although the O line is much aligned and, and improved, they still busted some blocking assignments up front. For K Salt specifically, for the quarterback, he got to work on his mechanics. Like, you got real strong arm. Like, he threw the ball 70 yards, flick of the wrist, didn't set his feet or nothing. Just so you know he got an arm. But now it's the lower half, the mechanics. Your feet got to be planted. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your shoulders square towards the target, all kind of stuff like that. The little stuff that you do every day, but muscle memory, your natural ability take over when you in the thick of it. And he was just slinging that thing. And so he missed some little chip ones that he should hit. But for people that's listening, like just relax, man. Like he's a career 60% like passer. So if you're looking for Shador Sanders 74%, there's not the average passing rating across NCAA is 60%. So he average at the passer rating at best. So just relax on that. Like he cool on that. I'm with Jerome. He should have, especially on third down, utilized his feet to keep the chains moving because those were the biggest opportunities to get it done. Uh, Getting on the same page with the receivers, that needs to be something that like they need to be doing the extra reps either before practice, after practice, whenever. They need to be getting the extra reps in to make sure they get that chemistry and understanding of what they're looking for. Because sometimes when he was scrambling, he was looking for people, but the receivers and the quarterback weren't on the same page. And that just goes to chemistry. So they got to tighten that up a little bit. Defensively, I gotta really question Rob Livingston's, you know, scheme. And I'm not questioning like Coach Prime because Coach Prime came out today and said, look, I was listening in the headset and they was calling the right thing, but players wasn't in the right position or they was out of position. So, but I still question the scheme of things because if we know we not stopping the run, then you need to look to something else. Because the 4-2-5 wasn't helping us stopping the run. So that's either bringing another linebacker. I know that sometimes they brought in the extra defensive lineman, but like things like that gotta be adjusted and fixed. And I really didn't see an adjustment this game because last year so many times we would see them make the adjustment, especially coming out after halftime. So I don't know like who's sitting up top in the box, like gathering information to, brief it or look to fix things during halftime. But whatever they was doing last year, they need to get back to that because it seemed like proper adjustments were made and they came out and they was putting clamps on people for the most part second half of the football season last year with Rob Livingston. So they got to be fixed because that did not occur this first game. Uh Coach Prime, man. Look, dog. I know it's controversial with the minute and 6 seconds left and all of that stuff, but brother, I've heard you say from your own mouth about the team and the quarterback specifically to say some of y'all have never played in a spot this big when the lights this bright. So if you're gonna say that during that opportunity, you got to look to call a timeout. Hindsight 2020. I know I'm quarterbacking and coaching from the couch, but there's several things that you could have done in that spot to say, all right, well, look, this 31, this a big play for us. So look, Pat, call up the best play. Matter of fact, Pat, call up two good plays. Because what we're gonna do, we're gonna get this first down. After this first down, we going to the next play. We going quick. So we gotta be ready to go. Be on so when the clock stop and the chains reset, we ready to go again. It's like stuff like that. Also, Salter looked flustered. That would have been a good opportunity to bring him back in. Hey, man, hey, we got you. Calm down. Like, this what we doing. Bring it in. Because he looked flustered. He was looking to make a play, and he could not make the play. So I think that was a good time for Coach Prime to call a timeout, refocus people, and then keep it moving from there. I don't like the fact that Coach Prime then came back and doubled down and said, "Well, let's get the elephant out the room. When y'all want me to call a timeout? If we run through the play, da 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 da." Because the night before you thought the first two plays got out of bounds, so obviously you sat down, looked at the tape, saw that they didn't get out of bounds, came in the press conference, bulldogged the reporters to say, "Let's get the elephant out the room." And then doubled down and said, "When y'all want me to call a timeout?" Like, come on, dog, don't do that. Call a timeout, coach. That's it. But overall, I think the team gonna be okay. Again, for anybody that's rushing to say get Juju in there over K Salt, I'm telling you, if Juju would have played that first game, it would have been quite a bit of sacks that Kaden Salter cleaned up for the offensive line. So be careful what y'all wish for, because you don't want to put Juju in a situation where something like that can set his development back. So you always want his development to go forward. But overall, I think the game was a very winnable game, a game that they probably should have won, especially with 3 turnovers. I think 2 of them was giveaways, one was a true turnover. But overall, I'm impressed with the team didn't give up. They look well conditioned, so shout out to Swayze for that. But they got some work to do for sure.
All right. Let me jump in right here. Now you're 100% correct. I tried to find some pictures. I couldn't find the pictures with the right guard, number 72. 72 blew some crucial blocks, and it messed up Caden Salter on some of them plays. Like it didn't give him the time. I'm talking about like he just missed his block like half a second. The guy already by you. On some run plays, he missed some of his blocks. So I know they said my man Hill had a bad grade out, but I saw 72 just on the highlights. His his plays gave the other team highlights. So that was bad. Honestly, when I look at K Salter, even that throw he did miss, he still came back and they scored on that drive. He actually ran it in on that drive. So if you miss a person, but y'all still score on that drive, I'm not gonna hold that against you because it didn't matter. That play didn't matter. Now, one thing I will say, I know there's a lot of them plays that were by design. So he's doing what the offense coordinator want him to do. Now, I saw a tape when one guy was saying they need to pull up the Liberty highlights and run more of those plays because I didn't see the RPOs. You know how on most RPOs is I give it to the running back or you throw it. With Kaden Salter at Liberty, it was give it to the running back, throw it, or the quarterback can run it. That's a whole different level. Like most guys, that's kind of like what my man in at the Commanders in Washington, what he's doing. What's his name? The guy from LSU,
Jaden Daniels.
Jay Daniels. Yeah. So like we got a secret weapon. We got one of them guys that's a triple threat, but we ain't using them right. Like a lot of them, he ran the plays how they wanted him to run the plays. He wasn't messing up on the plays, and a lot of that stuff is just too conservative. Our running backs, from what I see, our running backs, they was coming. They was coming. Everybody did what they supposed to do. I didn't see a crucial fumble or nothing. Did y'all see a fumble? Did y'all see a
Nah, the
missed
run.
block by?
Nope.
Yeah.
Running
Did
backs
y'all see
played
any
clean.
mistakes by the running back? Yeah.
Nope. They played clean.
Yeah. So like everybody was clicking. My only thing is they didn't take enough shots with the wide receivers. Like we didn't make them respect our wide receivers. Like they did one shot that I saw with Brown, but that was on a short field. I wanted them to take a shot with Brown when you got 80 yards behind you, when you got 70 yards behind you, where he can really turn it on because he's salty. He threw that out the back of the end zone. So give it to where he can really stretch the defense out so that the defense coordinator say, oh, hold on, we got to back up. That dude can run. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't see that. I didn't see what Promo been saying the whole time, even last year, even when we had Sean Lewis, like he's not seeing the speed from our wide receivers on Saturdays. He ain't seeing it. I feel like our defense did well. The linebackers didn't make the plays that I wanted them to make. The D line played great. That I thought, because I didn't see the game live. I thought the D line got pushed around or whatever. No, the D line ball. So Warren Sapp, he did his thing, but the containment of the quarterback, that's what kind of killed him. Like, I don't know if they didn't have no spy on, and honestly, I don't like that 4-2-5 defense. I don't like that, bro. That defense to me had too many holes in it. Like, it's when it comes to run, because you got DBs trying to come force all the time. You got to have linebackers forcing on when you're going against a team that's a downhill kind of running team. So that's my thoughts on it. The game was exciting. It looked good. They looked better than last year. To me, the only thing that was missing, and y'all help me understand because I didn't see the whole game. I haven't seen every play. They said we only ran the ball 17 times this game. But when I looked at the highlights, it looked like we ran the ball a lot.
If you count
What?
Caden Salter's 13 runs, then they ran it almost, they ran it 30 times if you count Caden Salter. But traditional, like run with the, just with the running back, it was only 17 with the running back. Micah had 11.
Okay.
Old buddy, 26, Pierce, he had 5. And Trackhawk had 1 carry from a traditional running back standpoint. And then, but if you want to throw in K-Salt had 13 totes himself off the RPO.
And you got to throw in the touches that the running back was getting out the backfield, like far as doing short passes. Those kind of like a extended handoff. Like you throwing it to a guy. Yeah. So I know the running backs was the leading wide receiver. We had 2 running backs with 3 catches. So them kind of like handoffs too.
Yep.